I'm just a person who just grew up cooking, doing what I love. A lot of the foods in the Bronx that we do indulge in is fast food. It's not so healthy, and we don't have a lot of vegan options, and which is kind of the reason why I did wanted to share a lot of my vegan creations, because I wanted to make a change in my community and offer more options. Hey, my name is Leanna Blount. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I'm the CEO, founder, chef of Black Rican Vegan in New York City. I specialize in soul food and Puerto Rican cuisine with a vegan twist. I was inspired to do Black Rican Vegan when I embarked on my holistic/vegan journey, and I wanted to share with the world my food creations, making food I grew up with vegan, and showing that you can still use flavor, keep traditions and culture alive through food even though you're not using meat. Black Rican Vegan was actually a thought in 2016. I just never acted on it because I was working my full-time job and also doing my other business, Prep to Go, which was like a meal prep business. So Black Rican Vegan stood as a thought for a couple of years. The reason why it became so popular during the pandemic is because I had more time to be home and to showcase these dishes on my Instagram feed, and people took a liking to it. We started to gain a lot of followers over the time, and people were home bored as well, just watching me make these recipes and post these photos. And April 6, 2020, they wanted a menu. I created a menu for them, and I was cooking all the food, making the deliveries the same day. And from there, we haven't stopped. We do pop-ups all throughout the boroughs in New York City. A lot of the foods in the Bronx that we do indulge in is fast food. It's not so healthy, and we don't have a lot of vegan options, and which is kind of the reason why I did wanted to share a lot of my vegan creations, because I wanted to make a change in my community and offer more options for them. I would say my food is very nostalgic. My food is very innovative and creative and tasty. It's full of flavor. It's food that you don't really come across a lot. The type of mushrooms and plants and jackfruit and different type of items that we use to recreate dishes that's pretty much like nostalgic and reminiscent to childhood. It's something that I know a lot of people can relate to. Today I'm just gonna make a quick jackfruit meal with white rice and pink beans. This meal is just reminiscent to home. It's something that was made a lot in my household growing up. The jackfruit that I'm making is supposed to be reminiscent of like pork shoulder, aka pernil, but in this case we call it pernil because it's vegan. I like to infuse both like the soul food and the Puerto Rican side of the palette because I feel like it brings people together. And it's very similar. A lot of Puerto Rican dishes is rooted from African dishes, so they're all like the same thing. Being in the hospitality space, it's kind of hard to explain. I mean, I'm just a person who just grew up cooking, doing what I love, and then you meet other passionate chefs who've been in culinary schools and have these big businesses doing what they have to do too, and you're almost sometimes compared. But it hasn't been too crazy for me, I want to say. I think I just feel like I'm in my own lane and they know that they're in their own lane. So, you know, you really just can't compare. You just gotta just focus on what you're doing and what you're providing for the community. Throughout my journey as an entrepreneur, some obstacles I had to overcome was transitioning into a new space because I was working out of my apartment. So the demand was only getting bigger and bigger, and we needed the space, I needed the help, and I had to move to a commercial kitchen, and that meant making more food, finding employees during the pandemic where people don't want to work, and doing a lot of pop-ups outside to continue to serve this food to the community, and then working with the small budget that we do have because we're still a small business. I don't have like mom and dad money. We don't get approved for a lot of grants, so we have to try to make ends meet and really stretch the profits. Being an entrepreneur taught me how to keep going through the good times and the bad times. It taught me how to persevere and to keep my passion going and put it before my emotions and my feelings, because not everything is going to be perfect. It taught me how to be a leader, it taught me how to communicate with my team, and it taught me how to ask for help. We do have a cookbook coming out next summer of 2023, and we are looking for a space to open our first brick and mortar. And of course, it has to be in New York City because that's where I'm from. and we're just taking things day by day.